Most of the countries have started giving the fourth dose of COVID-19 vaccine, and we really don't know how many more doses are recommended to be given. The bottom line is, are we going to benefit from each booster? I have talked about this before also. Consider this video as the continuation of the previous video. In this video, we are going to see short-term relative effectiveness of 4 doses versus 3 doses of BNT162b2 vaccine in people aged 60 years and older in Israel. This study was published on 24th May 2022 in a very reputed journal BMJ. So here we are going to see the relative benefit of 4th dose on the older population. Let's understand the study plan. The study was done on 97,000 participants who were eligible to receive 4th dose. Of them, 27,000 participants received 4 doses and 69,000 participants received 3 doses. Here they wanted to look for 2 things. First, protection against infection, and second, protection against severe COVID-19. Now, if you look at this graph, you can notice that after the 4th dose, the relative vaccine effectiveness was pretty high at 3 weeks, which was about 65%. And gradually it decreased to almost 22% by 10 weeks. This data is not surprising at all. We have seen this before also. When vaccine dose is given, the efficacy increases, then it starts to decrease again. So it is not surprising. This is because once boosted, the immune system gets triggered and then wakes up, and this produces more antibody. But then it starts to sleep again, and thus the antibody reduces and the effectiveness also decreases. Another observation is that the waning was faster than 3rd dose in case of 4th dose. This is also not very surprising because same effect was observed between 2nd and 3rd dose. The 3rd dose waning was much faster compared to the 2nd dose. So it seems that even though after boosting the effectiveness increases, the waning happens faster with each increased dose. Now there are a lot of hypotheses why this is happening. I will tell you what I think. Have you noticed that when you do a project, you are excited? But when you go on doing the same project again and again, your excitement reduces, isn't it? It's same with the immune system. When first time they saw the vaccine, they were excited and so were awake for a long time. But with repeated exposure to the same vaccine, they are no more excited. So they wane off faster. That might be one of the reasons why we see with each dose, the efficacy reduces much faster. Now, according to the authors, however, relative vaccine effectiveness against infection quickly decreased over time, peaking during the 3rd week after inoculation at 65.1% and declining to 22% by end of 10-week follow-up period. So it is clear that 4th dose or 2nd booster dose is not going to give more protection against infection. But what about severe COVID? Again, according to the authors, unlike the relative vaccine effectiveness against SARS-CoV-2 infection, the relative effectiveness of 4th dose against severe COVID-19 was maintained at high level 72% throughout 10-week follow-up. So it was 72% effective in preventing severe COVID. Let's go back to our project example. Once you have completed a project, you will keep a memory of that, right? Even if repeated work will not excite you, but the memory of the procedure will be stored. Similarly, the immune system also keeps a memory with the help of memory B and T cells. So even if the effectiveness wanes faster, but the memory will protect us from severe disease. So, it is effective against severe COVID. But here I want you to notice that only 1% of the study participants had severe disease. So, it was very rare to find severe COVID. What does this mean? It means that the 3rd dose has already provided very good protection against the severe COVID. So, very less people are infected and or Omicron variant is milder version. So, severity reduced. So, if the 3rd dose itself is imparting better protection, why would I go for 4th dose? I leave this for you to decide whether you want a 4th dose or not, and moreover, this is in the older population. Is it worth boosting the younger population? What's your thought? Let me know in the comment. One thing is clear that our first generation vaccines are very effective in preventing severe COVID and thus reducing the death. But infections are possible even after vaccination. That's it for today, guys. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more updates. Thank you.